You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 465, recorded November 2023, posted September 2024. I don't talk to pizzas.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Scott McNulty, ignoring all distractions, and I welcome you. I am your faithful Dungeon Master. Really, I'm not your Dungeon Master. I don't know who you are, but I am glad that you're listening. I am these people's faithful Dungeon Master. Well, one of them. They probably have other games. I may not even be in their top 3, and I'm not all that faithful, if we're being honest, because I play with other people. But I am a Dungeon Master.
There's a lot happening in this intro. Like,
is
this talk?
Yeah, is this a cry for help? Yeah. What's going on? Let's unpack this.
You know, life is hard, man. I have 2 4-year-olds. They're crazy. They never listen.
And whose fault is that?
Yeah, that seems like...
Marisa. I was against it.
Do I bring my mistakes into your Dungeons & Dragons game? Why you got to try this out?
Yeah, you do.
All the time.
Oh,
Isn't that why we are Dungeon Masters, to get out all of these things in unproductive ways and torture our players, some of which are Jason Snell. Hello, Jason.
I am some of your players. Hello, Scott. I am playing Carlos, D Dwarf. He is a mall fighter, gladiator, level 10, likes to run and hit things, occasionally casts a spell. It's usually a bad idea. By the way, in our last episode, just for those who forgot, got a cool discus to throw. So he's now better. He doesn't have to use his Dahada, his highlight thing, in order to attack people from range. But he still prefers to run and hit them in person.
You're adorable.
Personal
play on weapons.
Aline Sims is here. Hello, Aline. Also
Hello.
a player.
I am a player. I play Shara, the Aragenasi rogue. We are level 10. She's getting a little scary, I think, maybe. But she likes shiny things. A little goth. A lot of eyeliner. It's great. And our pronouns are she, her.
Well, when I hear eyeliner, I think Steve Lutz. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, okay. Hey, it's me, Steve Lutz. I am also just one of Scott's players, although if you've got other groups, maybe you should be the one we call a player. Because you get around,
I know what you did there.
Hey, I'm still playing Kachka. I'm a 3-creen bard, also level 10, which is why I hang out with other level 10s.
Yeah,
because I find people of lower levels kind of
clicky.
Dungeons & Dragons very regimented in that way. Erica Ensign is here. Hello, Erica.
Hello, I am playing Zotasha, a tiefling mystic with purple hair, and our pronouns are she, her.
And Tony Sindelar, you know him, you love him.
Well, at least one of those. It's me, Tony Sindelar, he, him. I'm playing Regdar, the guy, secret wizard, and all around smarty pants jerkface.
Summoned a demon once.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Twice. Yeah. Died once, got better.
Look, there was the one time that we talk about and the one time we don't talk about, but yeah, twice.
You know?
It's complicated.
We still do talk about it.
Tune in
behind
to
his
episodes. Insert number here, Erica. True believers. Erica will not.
That's all
insert a
getting
number
cut
there.
out.
No. It makes sense.
Yep.
All part of the
Here,
the
I'll
rich
just say
tapestry.
a couple numbers in case you want to use this later. 735 302. Done with numbers.
Dan Morin is here as well. Hello, Dan.
Am I?
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I'm here. Sure.
Oh,
Hi.
wow. Sleepy
I
Dan's
see
here.
you.
Hi,
Hello.
Dan.
Hello. I continue
We're
to
playing
play
Dungeons & Dragons, Dan.
Dungeons and Dragons. Both. Okay. Oh, both in this economy? All right. I continue to play Amlal, the Goliath Barbarian. Both of our pronouns are he, him. One of us has a soul, and I'm not telling you which one.
Oh,
that is
intrigue.
exercise for the viewer.
Neither of you have a soul, but that's just me. We are finding ourselves in the black. No one has a soul. We're finding ourselves in a black geode, which is the elemental node of the Black Earth cult, and our brave adventurers are here to thwart our multi-dimensional planar miscreants from summoning their elemental sponsor. That kind of It was a lot of lead up to sponsor. I should have thought of something more exciting. But you, when last we met, we looked upon a cavern full of hook horrors, and we were about to see what would happen when our adventurers meet some giant birds/turtle/sloth-like creatures.
And let me congratulate you on your enunciation once again.
Well, thank you.
That's one of those monster names where you can really tell that they didn't get to name themselves.
That's right.
I don't know.
It's true.
I don't know, Bob. What do you think?
Let's
It seems like hooked horror. That's
Hey,
real
guys, that'll
inspires
scare
spirit
'em.
people.
That'll scare. Let's make a gang. We'll be the hooked horrors.
I mean,
Oh,
it feels
that
like they're
sounds pretty
just
good.
down the hall from the helmed horrors, so maybe they should be Twinkies or something.
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
True. There's a lot of horror.
Okay.
Horror.
Chocodiles.
Horror. All
Let's
right,
kill 'em.
Shara. What would you like to do? You are first in our turn order.
Oh no, I rolled well and it
You
didn't
did.
benefit
And you
me.
find yourself in a cave full of these kind of unsettling, glowing crystals that grow like foliage on slender stone columns in this chamber. And to your, let's say, northwest is a corridor that snakes northward, and most of your party is ahead of you. In fact, maybe everyone is. Yes, you are.
I do
you
have
are.
a question about that because Almwall picked me up off of. I was riding Randy through the crystal cave, and
Oh, did he carry
I think
you?
we're both
Stabbed-
aboard
I think I
Randy
did.
at the moment
Yeah.
because I think I was
no,
thrown back on.
No,
I
I
stabbed
grabbed-
you, Zatasha.
Oh,
or not
yeah.
Zatasha.
All right, well then, whoop.
Yeah, but I thought
So,
they threw
yeah,
me
should
back
I
on
be
the
up
back
there?
of they threw my crumpled heap back
Yeah,
onto
you're
the back
still
of
on
Randy.
Randy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sorry,
Then
stabbed you.
Shara, you were
all right.
misplaced. You are now. You see in front of you some hook horrors that are it's controversial what they look like, but they don't look pleasant.
They do not
By
look pleasant.
Very.
Most definitions of pleasant.
Okay. I mean, we live on Athos. I feel like we should have a broader idea. We should have 17 words for unpleasant.
So I
These are big boys.
do best when
are big
someone
boys.
is next to an enemy.
Why don't you pick up and throw Carlos over there?
But I think I'm just gonna run up to the nearest hooked horror and slash at it with my rapier of wounding.
All right. Well, you run in and you see a couple of other things. You see a head, not a head, up of you. I mentioned this before. There's this kind of slender stone
It was
bridge.
like, is it decapitated?
And there are 4 more hook horrors further
Dang.
along, and they're kind of hanging on the walls and on the ceiling. They're all clacking around, and as
Very
you go
so-
in, the clacking is much louder.
I will yell as I run. There's a whole heckin' lot in here, and then I'm gonna slash at the nearest one with my rapier of wounding.
All right, and with a 16, you hit that.
Okay, and so I got
Monster.
a 7 points of damage.
All right, well, it does not like that.
And then, oh gosh, we didn't fight last time, so now I'm trying to remember how I do combats. Yeah, I have two weapon fighting, so I'm also going to slash at it with my dagger, and that's a 10. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
That kind of skitters across its body.
Okay,
trying to think what it's unclear to me what kind of armor they have, but
all right. So that is my turn. I got a little bit done.
you have drawn first blood in this battle. Regdar, you hear a lot of clacking.
Scott, tell me, how is the ceiling of this cavern full of horrible monsters, would you say?
That's an excellent question. I would say it is the default height of ceilings in this place, which is 10 feet. It's not 10 feet. It is here 30 feet high.
All right.
So the tunnel, so it widens. The tunnel that you're in
Yeah.
now, or you just left, is 15 feet high, and then it widens to 30 feet high in the cavern.
Well, I don't know if this is the most effective thing I can do, but I've had this spell for a long time, and we spent a lot of time in like
Summon
that,
demons?
Here come the demons.
that lava factory where it was useless. So I'm going to create a wall of fire right here to kind of try and give us a little bit of space from all these hooked horrors.
Oh, right there.
The only thing I don't like about that, Tony, is I don't think we can see through it. So if anybody else wants to hurl a spell in there, some of those guys in the back
You
of the room.
can't see through fire? That's not one of your powers.
What if you just tried harder? Let me just consult my thing. The wall is opaque.
Yep.
Well,
That
I
means you
figured I'd
can't see
put
through
one. Yeah, I know what opaque means. I'm a wizard.
Oh, he finally admits it. It took being called out on the meaning of opaque for him to finally tell us.
That was out of character.
I thought he was going to cast
It was out of
fill
character
room with
for you.
demons, and he didn't do it.
You're a wizard, Tony?
Do you want me to summon two demons instead?
No, I want you to fill
Instead
the
of a
room with
mildly
demons.
inconvenient wall, would you like me to bring something from the abyss that you're going to have to fight?
I guess
Steve?
if there's just one bad guy on this side, I don't know if that's as effective. We can kill that guy real good, but are the
I
rest
just
of them
figured
going to
that
come
the other
through it?
ones
They can
the other
still
ones
come
would
through
need
the
to-
wall. They'll
They
take
would
some
need to
damage.
pass through it, and they would take damage.
Take damage. Okay,
So-
that's nice.
And it basically, I'm splitting their party.
All right.
I mean,
I like
No,
it.
you're just
could
making
put
it impossible for anybody to drop any AoE spells on the other side of that wall.
Okay,
in
how
the
about
next
this?
What?
You know what? Well,
You're the wizard.
Do what you want, Tony.
I'm
Yeah.
limited, Steve. I will dispel it in a little bit, but I figured it would. If anything, you might want to wait until they get clustered here. Yeah.
That's true. That'd be good for AoE.
the,
they're
the
all within,
wall
like,
can
30
only
feet of each
be
other.
20 feet wide. No, that's not true. It can be like super wide, up to 60 feet long. Okay,
Yes.
so
60
it could
feet
be
long,
further.
20 feet
I was
high.
like 20 feet
So it's not-
high.
Are you going
It
to
does
do
not
it?
go.
It doesn't go all the way.
It doesn't go all the way up. They could, if they really wanted, climb up 20 feet, scuttle over, and climb down
Yes.
20 feet. But
And
that
they
would burn
are-
a lot of movement for them.
Aren't they hanging from the
Yes.
ceiling?
They are hanging from the walls and the ceiling.
Well, yeah, some of them are on the floor.
Yeah,
Some
it'll
of them are
warm
full.
their feet as they
Sure,
go
I'm just-
overhead.
You
Yeah.
do what you want. So where's the wall?
All right. Steve, how do you feel about this? New plan. I call this wall 2. Now it's further down the cavern. This works great for an audio podcast. How do you feel about that wall, Steve?
Tell me.
I mean, it's still.
Still a wall.
Thinking of
I
creating
got-
a new.
I
What
got
if I create a
mul-
new wall that's just around Steve?
Scott, can you tell
My
us?
sole
that
concern here
wall.
is that my turn was intended to be, get around there quickly while we aren't all spread out amongst them and drop an AoE spell in the middle of it. And I don't really think I can do that if there's a wall there.
Well, I mean,
Because
if
I'm-
you does the wall block spells? If you dropped
But it's line of
you can't
sight.
see.
You
line
got
of
to be
sight,
able to
yeah.
see
Yeah. Can't
where you're going to drop
cast
your
through it.
spell.
so
All
not
right.
so not area of effect then.
No, it is an
Well,
area of effect,
area
but I
effect-
still have to be able to see the point at which the
It
area.
needs to be a
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you cast it right in front of the wall, it would still get the thing behind the wall, even though
Well,
you
sure,
can't
but I
see
don't
the
know
thing
what's behind the wall technically. So.
All right, new plan. I was super ready for my turn, and then other people had ideas. I'm casting Firebolt on the nearest jerk.
Oh, is that me?
You have to narrow it down, please.
Sorry, the nearest hooked horror. I got 24 to hit.
Hey, this is the first
flip-
time I've ever tried strategy, and it turns
Yeah,
out it
it's
makes me a
very
jerk. So
confusing.
screw
I
it.
also this is
From here on out, I'm just going to blaze whatever the
hell.
hell I see in front of me, and I don't care.
Next time,
This
I'm
is-
just summoning a demon.
This is 10th level stuff, people. Listen up.
Yeah, the idea is only one person can have a plan at a time. When two of us try to have a plan, it doesn't work. Erica, that's our thing. We don't have plans. I don't know if you've caught that about us. So let's find out if these things even care about fire damage before I start casting stupid walls of fire. 8 fire damage to the nearest one, assuming a 24 hits its armor class.
A 24 does hit, and it takes all of that damage. It doesn't take any extra damage, but it is vulnerable to fire. As
All right.
Most things are.
I want everyone to know I had a plan, and I rejected that plan when it became clear that it was not the best plan.
Yeah.
Put that on my tombstone.
Good job.
We're so proud.
Excellent. Well, it's unclear if it was the best plan or not, right? The encounter's not over yet,
I
so
said
we'll
it
find
was
out.
a plan.
Zatasha, I'm assuming, Regdar, you are done.
I am done. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I am still sort of back in around the corner, so I'm going to move.
You hear the sounds of combat, clacking.
I can
You
get to
heard
there.
A wall was almost created.
The clanging of combat.
Sound of a wall almost.
I
Nope,
did like the first
and then
half
it
of the
moved.
somatic.
All right, so I see these creatures. Do they look more strong or smart to me?
They live in a cave and communicate by
How
clacking.
intelligent do any of us look, really?
Oh,
True.
that's
Okay.
a good question.
I think I'm gonna mind thrust because I'm guessing their intelligence might be lower than their strength. So the one that's next to Shara needs to make a saving throw, intelligence saving throw. Yep.
16.
Oh, that actually makes it. So nothing happens.
You notice it's wearing glasses.
just leave me. Yeah, that's yeah, I don't think that any of my bonus actions are necessarily super helpful. So nope, I'm done.
All right. And Kachka, I gave you and Randy the same initiative, so just to make our lives easy.
I think that's supposed to be how it is anyway. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right, I will hop aboard Randy because Randy's got a faster move speed than I. And we will truck along this pathway. I think he gets 60. And what are we? These are 5-foot squares. So
They are.
all right.
Randy can fly, so he may have been able to fly over a wall of fire.
50, 60. All right, so Randy and I get way up there towards the front. And as was announced by Shara, there's a heck of a lot of dudes in here.
Confirmed.
So
There are, you can see 8 hook horrors.
okay. Now I think Fireball is a 20-foot radius, if I'm not mistaken, which is not really that far. But let's see, where's my little measuring deal? Oh, I get way over there.
It has a long range.
It does. All right. I think probably the play here is to try to incapacitate some of these guys because there's way too many creatures in here.
Had enough of all these hooked horrors.
They think there's just to run him out.
So I believe I could probably drop a hypnotic cube.
Whoa. I was expecting a fireball for some reason.
If you did not do an area of attack spell, I was going to come to your house.
All right. Well, Tony, I will allow you
and just
veto
have a talk
power.
about friendship and maybe make a batch of cookies.
Ooh.
All right. I will allow you veto power because I also have the option of toasting some of these dudes with a fireball.
No, follow your heart. Whichever of those you think is better is totally good. The key thing is,
like
doing
these guys.
damage
Once
to a
we
bunch of
do
them.
incapacitate them, well, it won't be damaging them; it will be incapacitating them, and then we can't actually cause damage to them without waking them up.
But that's all right. We'll have other ones to focus on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have
maybe
plenty.
the incapacitating might be more useful when they're closer together with us. Right now, it might be I think maybe the game right now is take a couple out of the fight and then.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can take fewer out of the fight than I can incapacitate at once.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just one episode, like Ian, after playing this game for years, we were suddenly really good at Dungeons and Dragons?
Say, what's happening?
Impossible.
I don't understand. Am I in the wrong Zoom?
Guys, as I laid out in my email, we're going to do plan 4.
Gasp.
We got 15, 20, 20. That'll hit the corner of him. All right. If I drop a fireball right here, it's a 20-foot radius, and it should hit all 4 of these frontline dudes and not Shara. So I'm going to do that. Fireball. Tony, how does fireball work?
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a dex throw. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and they take half damage automatically, unless they have some
Right.
magical property that makes that not happen. So they're going to take half of your. Note that you probably have the ability to cast fireball at different levels. So
I do, and I
think
think
about
I might
what
cast
spell
it at
slot you want because it's more. You're how many of them are you say you're hitting right now? 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So
Yeah, and I think I will drop that as a 4. That only gives me one extra D6, though, doesn't it? It feels like kind of a waste. So I'm just going to drop it as a level 3.
Okay.
Tony, do you agree with that?
Seems reasonable. I think my fireball is. Mine is. Why is mine so much higher level? Oh, because I'm into fire. That's why.
Rigdar played with matches.
Yeah.
All right, what's your DC? Not Regdar, Kachka.
My DC is 17.
All right, they all fail.
Excellent. Then they will take 10, 16 plus 22, 28, 29 damage.
All right.
Nice.
Fire.
Ball of fire expands and cooks these guys.
I mean, you just deployed over 100 damage to a group, so that's
In a way, Tony, that was a wall of fire.
a
just
wall
very
of fire is a
short.
separate spell.
Just a very short wall of fire.
And then I cast Wall of Fire.
Oh, no. All right.
Any bloodiness on display here? Or these guys looking pretty hale and hearty still?
Well, it's hard to tell if they're
Wait,
alien.
you're saying these guys are full of ichor? Is that what you're
We
saying?
don't even know what kind of
Ick.
things these are.
That's true. Well, this one, you can tell the one that's closest to Shara has taken the most damage, right? So it looks the worst of them.
That's not helpful.
The others look okay. Well, it's not my job to be helpful, is it?
Kinda.
A little.
In some ways, maybe. I think Carlos probably goes before the
Oh, yeah.
hook horrors. So go ahead, Carlos.
And these guys are on the floor, so I can just hit them?
So none of them. Well, let's see. We'll say this one and this one on the floor, and this one and this one are kind of hanging on the walls.
Then I'm going to go up to this. Actually, I'm going to go up here next to Shara. I'm just going to hang out with Shara.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi, and I'm going to hit that guy. That's what I'm going to do.
Take a swing.
Now there are lots of attacks that happen. First roll is a 15.
That hits him.
Okay, that's going to be...
Now the
20?
the monster manual says that they look like an enormous beetle, which I don't think is true. 20 points of damage.
Ringo?
20 points of damage.
Pete
I have
Best,
my
strangely
second.
enough.
I have my offhand attack there. That is also a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
That'll be just 3 damage.
All right.
And my other attack that I'm allowed is a 19,
That
and
will
that's
hit.
going to be 3d6 plus 5 again, because they get some flame damage on top of the regular damage. And that's a 16 more.
All right.
So that's 39 total.
39 total.
39?
You kill this hook horror.
Oh, yay.
Nice.
Well done.
That makes an impression with his 7 friends.
I guess we're not talking our way out of this one.
Hello,
We could maybe clacking. Can we clack our way out?
They're actually extremely intelligent and sensitive, but you would never know that.
No.
That's
Yeah.
true. You're
They're different,
all right.
and therefore
We're the
bad.
real monsters. We know it. Come on.
let's see.
Lean
This
into it.
one is going to come over here. Let's see.
The two of
See,
you standing
now-
so close to each other on the Roll20 screen, it occurs to me that if you guys got together, you would be Charlos, and that's very
Yeah.
cute.
Aw. That's a good name.
See if you bet you wish you had a wall of fire between you and all those hooked horrors now, Carlos.
It's Carlos.
Leave that over there.
No.
He likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's harder to hit them on the other side of a wall or to run to them.
Besides, I think they probably already took more
I think
damage than
there's-
they would
I
have
don't
going
know.
through the wall.
There's nonsense you can do where I believe you can put the wall like on a wall and things like that, so it's a perpendicular wall. But
It's a real wall on a wall.
yeah, I feel like that kind of stuff is shenanigans.
Which we would
So
never do.
great.
Yeah,
Great
God
is
knows
what I think that
shenanigans aren't
means.
allowed in this game.
Look, this is serious business.
It is. All right. So The hook horrors are making their way towards you. You're impressed by their ability to
Don't tell me
climb
what I am.
along the wall.
You can
And
tell me.
the ones
I am impressed.
Thank you. And the ones in the
Do
back.
they move as fast on the walls as they do on the ground?
They do.
That's
equally
unsettling.
as
I don't
fast.
like that. Well, I guess my wall would have been useless then.
And so all of them are basically climbing up the walls and climbing across the ceiling to get to you.
So basically,
great.
Steve was right.
That can't be.
Right.
I-
Yeah, that's you.
I
yeah.
feel weird having said those words.
And so Shara and Carlos, you see these two.
Let's see, November 9th, 6:35 p.m.
Yeah, broke clock.
The one right next to the east of Carlos is on the floor. This one that is to the north of Carlos is hanging on the wall, and this one double moved and kind of crawled along the ceiling and down the wall to be right next to Shara, but cannot attack. And so these two that are next to Carlos will attack Carlos. And so they have these hooks, hence their names, and they try to hook you twice, each of them with a hook. So let's see.
They
if
say
they
too
can hit
small.
you.
Throw them back.
So a 17.
Couple of hookers, eh?
There it is.
Does a 17 doesn't hit?
17 does
sure.
not hit.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah. Does.
Quite the
You
whisper.
chose a higher number.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's been the
Classic
secret all
Dungeons and
along, the
Dragons.
higher number.
What? All right. So one hook kind of hooks into you, and then the other one hooks both of its hooks into you. And so Carlos takes a total of 35 points of damage
Ouch.
as these hooked horrors are hooking into you and then
Yikes.
pulling their hooks out, taking little
I
bits
bet
of
these
Carlos
guys
with
would
them.
be great at crochet. Maybe we just need to give them a hobby.
It's true. They've just been wasting their talents. Now, you notice now that
fishing.
you're close to them that their eyes seem to be kind of clouded over.
Oh, maybe they.
Just a fun
Have
hook
glaucoma?
horror effect.
Oh,
do they
that
have, like,
suggests that they are
cataracts?
blind.
Like,
Oh,
yeah, maybe if
need,
they
like,
could see us, they wouldn't attack us.
Yeah, maybe they just need some, medical plants.
Well, one thing they don't need is hypnotic cube because that requires vision. So
Ah.
good to know that.
Wow, I'd be real annoyed if I hadn't cast.
Wow,
a
okay,
vampire,
so-
you could cast it in.
So first Steve was right, and now Tony was right. I don't know how to feel today.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Erica, you better do something right real fast.
Well,
No promise.
we can trust Umlal to do something.
I mean, you can, yeah, that
Something.
might be a mistake.
You can trust him to do something.
Yeah,
Is he here? Is he awake?
Here's the hook horrors are done. Umlal,
He
you
taps
have
one of
seen
them on the
them
shoulder and says, "What you doing?"
we
have
fight
hooked
these
into
guys?
Carlos.
Yeah, I'm very angry about them taking chunks of Carlos out.
They were
That's
my
our
favorite chunks.
All right, I'm going to
chunks
go
of
into a
Carlos.
rage for my bonus action. I'm down to one rage left after this, so we're gonna need a nap, everybody. And then I will 5, 10, jump right there next to these two guys. Which of these can I reach, Scott? Both of them? Either of them?
So this one is on the ground, the one that's right next to you that you're standing next to. Then you can actually reach both of them. That would be easier
Have
for me to answer that way, but I'm
we-
not going to. But this
have
one
we-
is on the wall.
Have we hurt either of them?
Yes, they are all
Fireball.
three that are clustered across
I'll
here
go
have
for the
been
fireball.
singed. You see there.
All right, let's start with the one that
Carapace.
Amal, Shar, and I are all adjacent to and do a few attacks there. Shall we?
Alrighty. Shall
Answer,
we?
We shall. We shall do that.
You need a 15. Their armor class is 15.
Okay, duly noted. All right, let's roll some attacks. Great sword. First attack is a 24. Second attack is a natural 1.
Well, that misses.
That's a bit of a bummer. 16 plus 3, I think now. So 19 damage.
Alrighty.
Slashing. I did my bonus. I did my move. I did my attack. And I guess I only have 2 attacks.
Only
So,
2 attacks, but
I
that's,
know, that's
you
sad,
you used them
but-
to great effect. Well, one of them.
Well, I used one of them to pretty good effect and another one to no effect at all. So
Well,
cool. All right. I'm done.
all right, Shara. It's getting crowded near you.
Yeah.
But the good news is that there are other people near enemies now, too.
It's news.
Sneak attack is amazing. Which one did Dan hit?
The one next
he
to
hit
all
the
of
one-
us.
Yep.
In the middle.
Okay,
To his,
the one
his
in the middle.
Because
All
I
right.
figured we'd all have a chance to.
Yep. So I
mean
will
Carlos.
aim for that one first with my rapier of wounding. We won't talk about that roll. And then with my dagger.
Oh, it
Which
scrapes across
was
its exoskeleton. That's what they have. They have exoskeletons.
16 to hit with my dagger. Thank goodness. And
That
I
sinks
rolled,
into said exoskeleton.
Hallelujah. So that's 6 damage for that. And since my friends are here, sneak attack damage. That's 26 sneak attack damage. Love
Whoa.
that for us.
All right. Well, was that like your dagger? You slide your dagger in, and then it does a little bit of damage, and then you kind of
Twist.
you twist it, and it shudders and dies upon your blade.
Good. That was the desired outcome. And I think that's it. Oh, wait. How do I make a soul shard? Give me just one moment here. As a
Wait a
reaction,
second.
again.
when a creature I can see dies within 30 feet, I open my free hand and cause a tiny trinket to appear there.
Oh.
So I have
Is it a
4
knitting
soul
needle?
trinkets now.
Take that,
That's in real
crocheters.
life. So yeah,
it a
I'm
hook?
here, standing here with my soul
And
trinket.
there, in her hand, was a hook.
I think it's like a miniature. It's like a small version of them because I can
Yeah.
I can ask
Did you
ask
just
them
Pokemon
a
them?
question
gotta
and destroy
catch
a soul trinket that way. But they don't have to
Ooh.
tell the truth, so I never use it because
Can will they only respond via clacking?
potentially, yeah.
Clack. They only speak one language, so if that matters.
The language is called clack.
That language is hook horror. Well, that's cool. So you have a little tiny hook horror miniature. So when you play D&D, when you
Little
folks
minifig.
play D&D later in the game, you will be able to provide the minis. Regdar. Is there anything else you want to do, Shara? You probably
No,
move if you want.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Well, Regdar saw what Kachka did and thought that looks swell. So
Kachka's pretty cool.
I am now getting tripped up. When you have something that has charges, do you click does the square box filled in mean you've used it or it's available?
You have used it.
Yeah.
I have used it. Huh.
There's
That
a
can't
way
be
to
right.
fix that. Just unclick it.
Well, that's up there. Would use a higher number. These are some pro D&D
all
tips.
right. So I've used
10th level.
a decent number of my wand of fireballs charges. So I think instead I'm just going
It
to
should
do
reset.
It gets a
at some
couple
point.
every morning. Scott, when was the last time it's been a morning in this game?
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
It's always morning in Athos.
it's morning in Athos. Yes. Instead, I will just do a fireball. A Regdar special.
Seen
instead
it.
of
Boring.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it at 4th level, and I'm gonna drop it on that back.
Oh, I
row
haven't
of
seen it at
hook
4th
horrors
level.
coming at us.
So
one
they're
level
all on the ceiling. So that's
Yeah.
just
So I throw that fireball at the ceiling.
yes, you can, and you should be able to
Okay.
get them all.
Yeah. I mean, the ceiling's still flammable, right? It's not. Being up doesn't protect you from fire. So
Actually, it
yeah.
makes it worse.
Yeah.
Well, heat
Honestly,
does
if I
rise.
were them, I'd probably be making them do some kind of saving throw to see if they fall to their death. So I DC 18 for my fireball,
They're not gonna do
and let's see here.
Let's see.
Shwa! That makes a clattering noise when you roll 96.
96. There it is.
Well, but 96 is only 36 damage, or half if they somehow got an 18 on their dexterity saving throw.
Well, one of them saved.
Wow.
So they will take half.
Still pretty good.
Yes, that is pretty good. But the others did not. So you have a lot of hooked horrors that are slightly singed.
Singed
Okay,
clatters.
that was like over 120 damage I just deployed. I feel okay about that.
Solid.
Show off.
All right, Regdar's
But
done.
keep doing it.
I will continue to hover back here. I'll take this. I'll use as a bonus action. I count my remaining spell slots and look worried.
All right, Zatasha. You've seen a large fireball. 2 large fireballs happen.
All right. The last time I tried to do something myself, it didn't go very well. So instead, I am going to look over at Shara and I'm going to say, hey, Shara, you can use your reaction to immediately take the attack action against the one that's standing or hanging right next to you.
Lovely.
And because it's not your turn, it's my turn, you get to do sneak attack again.
Oh, sweet. I do love sneak attack. All right. Rapier of Wounding. Haha. I hit with a 21.
That will hit.
11 piercing damage.
11.
Plus 17 sneak attack damage.
Oh my.
Plus
What?
Wails from the Grave. So immediately after I deal sneak attack damage. Oh no, it has to be on my turn. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm not doing Wails from the Grave. Take it back.
Back to the grave,
Rewind
Wells.
that. Yep.
All right. But you don't have 2 attacks per turn?
Rogues don't get to. I mean, they.
Okay. That's
I
a
have
fighter
2
thing.
weapon
Right.
fighting, but I don't
Yeah,
have.
they can't do a bonus.
I can only give you 1 action.
Right.
Yeah.
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 But that was a very well deployed action.
Yeah, and let's see.
Anything
Do
else,
I want to
Zatasha?
move? Does anybody else want to move? I feel like I'm fine back here. I'm just guarding the rear to make sure nobody comes out of the crystal caves.
Oh, all right. The crystals are still glowing creepily.
Would anybody else like to move? Because since I'm not moving, I could allow someone to move 30 feet.
I'm fine
It
where I
doesn't
am.
look like there's anywhere good to go. So nope, I'm done.
All right. Kachka and Randy.
Yes. That's really just Kachka this time. Because Randy's just going to chill. Yeah, I could fireball again, but I'd like to conserve spell slots. So instead, I take out the Cleatar and I form a very complicated chord. And I cast Wall of Fire. I'm going to cast a circular Wall of Fire, which is 20.
What? It can go in circles?
It can.
On the ceiling?
Well, yeah, sure. You can cast from wherever, and it's up to 20
it's
feet
a
high.
solid surface within range.
So that will, I believe, immediately hit the 3 that are in its path as it makes a circle. And there's one guy in the middle, so I'm going to make the fire on the inside, so that guy in the middle will be hit when he tries to
You're
escape
making
the wall.
the fire on the inside of that guy, because that's real bad.
That would be cool. No, that's that's something Chipotle does, not me. So they would need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Well, first, let me just read this sponsor ad. Total Party Kill brought to you by Chipotle. Uh-oh.
I miss Chipotle.
A wall
I'm
of fire
jealous
for
of all
your
you people
belly.
who have access to it. So
Oh, but Edmonton is known for their famous local cuisine.
Well, the good news is you can get
but not
diarrhea
Mexican.
anywhere. So
I think she's going to get back together with Captain Janeway eventually.
I think so.
Reference acknowledged.
They all
took me a
fail.
second, but I got there.
they all fail. That's great news. So I believe. I
I don't like
can't
this
cast at higher level.
competent version of Eglath's Angels.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I
happened?
don't. Ugh.
Okay,
Adventuring
so
for a long time.
they will.
You want 10th level.
Unfortunately, that's not a great set of rolls. I should have just rolled the dice, but I was trying to save time, and this is what it cost me. It's 16 damage only for each of those fellows.
Only.
But the one who's in the middle, when he tries to pass through the wall, will have his own roll. So
Alrighty. Well, that's a lot. They don't look so great. Although the one in the middle of it is the one that made his save versus the fireball. So that actually works out as well as you would hope it could.
cool.
If he wants to get out of the wall of fire, he's either going to have to go through it or just drop straight down to the floor. right?
Well, he could drop down to the. Well, actually, no. This ring of fire extends from the ceiling and hits this bridge as well, so he can't even jump. He'd have to get all the way to the floor. You are correct.
I mean, I think just by starting his turn there, he's already in trouble, right?
Yeah, well, it's
No,
not
he has
gonna
to
be
pass
good,
through
but-
it. Well, I guess he's within 10 feet of the wall, but he has to end his turn there. So
Yeah.
I thought there was something about starting your turn.
I don't think so. Not in my version anyway.
Enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there.
Okay.
All righty.
It's not
Well,
how
this
I'm
is
used
good.
to fireworking.
That's magical fire, Tony.
Stay one step ahead of it.
And then I look over at Regdar and say, "Why didn't you try one of these?"
Oh dear. Anything else, Kachka?
No, we're cool. I'm just gonna kick back here on Randy and watch the wall burn.
You got your free bonus taunt. And Carlos.
Gonna hit the hooked horror to my left next to Shara.
Oh, this one. It is looking pretty bad.
15 to hit?
15 hits.
15 hits. Wow. Okay. Well, that's going to be 3d6 plus 5. That's 17 damage.
All right. It's still standing, but just barely.
Still standing. Well, how about 16
It's
to
really
hit?
hanging. That hits, and it's dead.
And it's dead.
Yes.
And
Unless
then
you
with
do
my
less
second-
than 1 point of damage.
And then with my second attack, can I hit the other guy? I guess I can't hit the other guy with my second attack.
Just take a step.
You could move over
I-
and hit him.
Can I move over and hit him? Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna, because this other guy's dead. I'm gonna just move there. Hey, buddy. And I say not
I
to
don't
the
think
guy,
you're my
but
buddy.
Hi, buddy.
to
says
Omwal,
clack,
not,
clack, clack,
not
clack,
to the clacker. And that is a 14 to hit.
That'll bounce off of its tough exoskeleton.
Damn it! I always hate it when they hit the exoskeleton. That's it for Carlos.
All right, Carlos, well done. Much like these other hooked horrors here. So let's see. Who is there? Oh, well, so they can just move out of the ring of fire without anything happening, right? Damage needs...
That seems weird because, like, fire.
Well, it's already on them.
Well,
They've already taken their
they
damage.
took the
for it.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, like, you don't get burned by fire once and you're like, now I'm immune to fire. At least in my
Speak for
experience.
yourself.
One action. I get it.
They're gonna
If you run
move.
away within 6 seconds, you only get hit that once.
That's right. You can't.
But if you stay longer than that, then it
That's
hurts again.
just science.
Hey Scott, I do have one last thing I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take my second wind right now and give myself some hit points since those guys are going to come and get me. So I'm
Okay.
just going to give
Wow,
myself.
how did we get good at this?
I'm just going to give myself some.
I'm
17 hit
dreaming.
points.
Obviously,
off.
I had
I don't know
something. I
what's
had some
happening.
weird Chipotle. and
All right.
I'm having a hallucination right now.
What is happening?
I mean, I'm glad because I feel I'm so
All right, let me
tired.
at
I
'em.
feel completely useless. Thanks for stepping up,
Go for it,
folks.
Scott.
All right. They are moving around. Well,
Singed horrors.
This one's going to move here and then kind of move around. So probably going to only get there. And let's see. This guy who is in there, what happens here? A creature takes the same damage, enter the wall, or ends its turn there.
Yep.
So does this have to do anything? Oh, so it can leave because it's not going to end its turn there. So that's
Yeah,
what
but
it's
as
gonna
soon as it enters the wall,
But it did. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So unless it goes right to the center and like hunkers down,
Yeah, lives there now.
All right. Well, it's going to go through the wall. Through the wall.
6, and it will take. That's much better. It will take 30 damage
Oh, my goodness.
as it enters that wall.
All right. Well, it's not dead, but it's not looking good. It's re-examining
Right.
its life choices.
It's not nearly as beautiful as all the others.
Hey.
I'm just going to keep that wall there just for fun.
And then this one that is right next to Omlal and Carlos. Let's see. Well, we'll say he will try to attack one for Carlos, one for Omlal.
Well,
Why not?
fun story. Let's
Is it?
see. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use a reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
All right.
That is fun.
that is fun.
I don't know. I enjoy it.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, go
So
ahead.
make
hit for Carlos and...
Well, it criticals on Omlal, so you take
hold-
18 points of damage.
Or does he? Because as my interception, I can say a guy near me.
Wait a second. do not. I will
They're such a
And
team.
reduce the damage by 12.
restate the. What have you done with the normal players? Is this like AI generated avatars that I'm dealing with? Am I in the Matrix? What's happening? Well done.
Cool.
So you
how
take
much did that reduce it by?
6
By 12.
points of damage.
Right, and I only
so
take half
your
rage,
rage,
so you take 3 points of damage.
Cool, that worked great. Sadly, my greatsword attempt to hit him did not go
It's okay.
great. 13.
Well, that misses.
Yeah.
And
It
so,
looked good.
Carlos, you take 15 points of damage as it sinks its hook
Ouch.
into your meat.
Again with the hooks. Arg!
It's really there are.
What's
only
with the
one thing they
hooks?
can do. What's the deal with the hook?
Hard to get hooked here.
With these hooks?
I'm not getting hooked on being hooked by the hooker.
Are they whores? Are they hooked whores?
I love
Pick a lane.
whores.
And where's all this sand come from? That's all they're gonna do.
Why is it so dark?
What's the deal with the food on the top of caves?
I'm going to hit this guy a couple
Who
times.
are
see how
these
that
hooked
goes.
whores?
25 and a higher, 29.
These are the timely references that
Who are the
people do.
whores?
I'm just thinking about cheese because there's a really good
Wizards.
cheese company called Hook's Cheese. I just would like to eat some cheese now, please.
Cheese.
31 damage to that guy right next to
To
me.
this one.
Yeah, that guy.
All right, it's still standing, but it doesn't look
Still
great.
standing.
No, these are not
Take it
Better
down.
than he ever did.
pushovers.
Better, looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little
Feeling
horror.
like a little kid, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't think I
He's
have
way
any.
bigger than most little kids.
Can't do anything else, though. Can't do 2-weapon fighting because I only got 1 weapon. Sad.
I don't know. Hand. Punch.
Yeah.
2-weapon fighting. Sword and punch.
Yeah. Fist
You can
one
use
weapon.
a Carlos for an
Hawaiian
improvised
punch.
weapon
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pick him up with the legs.
with the legs and the feet.
The legs and
Hold
the
on.
feet, the whole thing.
Carlos
Hit him with the
stuff.
whole Carlos.
Oh boy,
Give him the full
whole-
Carlos.
the
Oh,
full
not the
Carlos.
full Carlos.
Oh, nobody wants that.
Anything else? Umlal.
I just scream in the face of that hooked whore. Bellow,
Fair enough.
perhaps. Bellow is perhaps a better.
You are raging, so that
Yes.
that checks out.
Yep.
And it echoes, but it's still hard to hear over all the clacking. The clacking is very loud. Shara.
Clocking.
Okay. I'm gonna move over next to
Get
Almwal.
guys.
Maximize sneak attack damage, or at least the chance of it. Slash with my rapier of wounding. First hits with
To
a
this one.
16. Yep.
Okay.
For 7 points of damage. And
All
then my dagger hits with a 17 for another 6 points of damage. I desperately need a better weapon for my second hand. We do
I recommend a
sneak
full
attack
Carlos.
damage. That's 18 points. And now, Whales from the Grave.
Oh yeah.
Well, before the whales come, it dies. I don't know if that matters, but
Oh.
it's dead.
I don't think that matters.
Okay.
So
Whale.
I can-
Grave.
I can target a second creature
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
within 30 feet of the first creature, and it's going to take 3d6 necrotic damage.
3d6.
Whoa. Which creature would you like to wail upon? From the
I
grave.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm going to
I'm a
do
professional.
the one to the northeast of me. So in roll 20
This
it'd be that one. Yep. So that's gonna be
It's an excellent choice.
rolled pretty well. 11 points of necrotic damage for that one.
All right. Now, I don't want to belabor the point of people's competence.
Yes, you
but do you want to risk a guess at how many hit points that hook horror has?
11.
Exactly that number? 11?
Exactly 11.
Nice.
That's
it is,
efficiency.
enveloped by ghostly spirits, I guess. Is that what happens? Or I don't know.
Ghostly
what happens.
whales.
Something happens.
Ghostly whales,
The
yeah.
cries of dead
Whaley
spirits.
ghosts. And it is drug. Its soul is
Dang.
ripped out of its body and taken to the grave.
Nice.
Ooh, to the grave.
We like it.
That's where souls belong.
And that is my turn.
You're not going
I
to move
feel
anywhere?
okay with that.
Interesting.
I'm sorry?
Theology.
I said you're not
you
going to
have there,
move
Tony.
anywhere.
No, I'm going to wait to see where Carlos and Alm will go.
Okay.
So I can do
Ooh.
sneak attack.
All right, Regdar. You see a lot of dead hook
Yeah,
horrors.
I was thinking of fireballing again, but it feels like they've been getting
move.
picked off. And at this point, it's
Only
I think
3
I'll just-
left.
Yeah, I'll scoot forward just a little bit. I'm a little, getting a little closer to the action, but still 20 feet away from a hooked horror. And I'm going to just do another. What is my generic thing? Firebolt on the one near Carlos.
All right.
Ooh, that's not very good. That is a 12 versus his
Your-
armor class.
Your
Yeah.
firebolt hits the wall and
Leaving a
fizzles.
scorch mark.
Oh well. I rolled great damage.
You did. Good job. Anything else, Regdar?
No, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, Zatasha.
Well,
There are 3 hook horrors left.
there are. I'm going to try to mind thrust again at the one that's next to Carlos. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Alrighty. Got a -1.
Okay. Good.
So
Good.
did it succeed?
then-
Answer the question.
So that means I get to do 2d10 damage. I didn't even get my dice out because I expected I wouldn't hit again. Let's
I rolled
see.
really
that-
well the first time you did this and really poorly this time.
Let's see. 7 plus 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11 points of psychic damage.
All right. That one is not looking good.
Again, I don't think there's any use to anybody moving anywhere in particular, so I'm done.
All right, Kachka.
All right,
Got a-
Kachka.
A wall of
Kachka's-
fire.
Yeah, it's just chilling back there. Is the bridge in danger of burning,
Ironically.
by the way? Is that a wooden bridge?
It is a stone bridge.
It is a
so
stone.
it is-
Okay, let's let it burn. We don't need no water. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit this northern dude with an Eldritch Blast, or at least attempt to.
Bring it on.
Ooh, probably not great. That's a 16.
You need a 15.
Yeah.
Oh, then that is great. I stand corrected. He will take 7 force damage.
All right.
Don't believe there's any modifier on that for Eldritch Blast. There is not.
It's looking pretty beat up. There
Okay.
are cracks all over its exoskeleton.
Oh, I like that. Then I'll fire another one right at that same guy. Ooh, nope, that's not going to hit. That's an 11. So that one goes wide.
All right. Anything else, Kachka?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, Carlos, you've got a hook horror right next to you,
All right. Well, I want to hit him.
bleeding profusely.
I'm going to give it a try. Oh, yeah. That hits him. 23 to hit.
Okay. Give me
And
damage.
so I'm going to do 3d6 plus 5 damage. Not
No, it's dead.
D36. It's dead. All right. And then I'm going to do my thing where I kill a guy and then I move to the other guy that I started doing last time.
So fickle.
And we'll just give that another go.
It's the old walk and kill.
That is
The old
also
walk and kill.
a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
3d6 plus 5. Gonna make me roll it. 10. Oh, that was
Yes.
really bad. And then,
All right, it's still up.
and then also with my second hand, it's a crit.
Nice.
Oh, what happens on a
Nice.
crit? Double dice.
Double dice.
Yep.
Double
Double
dice.
21.
It's Dumbledore's cousin. It is dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Stacking bodies.
That's Presta's scimitar doing that work.
Aw.
Oh. All right. Anything else, Carlos?
I mean, what else? I killed 2 guys.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm
What
done.
else here? Okay, just asking. All right, it is the hook horror's turn. There's only one hook horror left.
Feel
Feeling
free to
very
try to
lonely.
run
Its
away through that wall of fire.
whole family has been murdered before its eyes, so it runs over. It lopes over.
Oh, it was a family? Oh, no.
Wait. It ran from where? Did it move away from me?
You
No,
were
this
not
is
near
the
it.
one that was far
Yeah, it
away.
was
Oh,
far-
sorry.
yeah.
I saw this one just move. So
That's
I'm
over here.
I was
Oh yeah,
confused.
those are dead. I removed the corpses
Okay.
for my convenience.
Opportunity attack on that corpse.
This place is getting real cluttered.
And so it attacks you from 5 feet away, Carlos. Because it has reach. Whoa. But let's see if it hits. It misses. Oh, it hits once though. So it hooks.
Wait, what did it hit with? What was the roll?
Its hook. Oh, 22.
Carlos, what's your AC? Just out of
18.
curiosity.
No reason.
Just curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and try I'm gonna use some bardic inspiration to send some cutting words at that dude.
Oh my goodness.
So, is it a D10?
Your family's dead.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
You're the last one left and you're about to die.
Even if you
It
win,
will-
you lose,
It
loser.
would be more cruel to not kill him.
All right. I guess I rolled a bardic inspiration die, which is a 10 now, so that's pretty solid.
Yeah. what you do.
But it only takes 3 off of that 22. Sorry, Carlos.
Oh no.
So close.
Very close.
Not a
but
great roll.
no cigar. So you take 10 points of damage, Carlos, as this hook presses into your flesh.
This
and
is
rips
the adventure where Carlos takes all the damage.
out. That is true. Well, the hook
I like
cars are
it.
taking a lot of damage as well. So
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
just let the record show.
One of my jobs to soak up damage. I get it.
That's true.
And you're doing
So
a
you-
fine job of it
Oh,
tonight.
boy, am I.
You see one hook horror left. It has its hook in Carlos.
From 5 feet
Can I-
away.
Can I
From 5
reach
feet
it?
away.
Can I move close enough to reach it?
Sure.
I'm very tall. All right, great. I will
It's on
bellow
it's on the ground.
again.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah,
it,
great.
it hit me, so.
Yeah, it was 5 feet away though, so I don't know what it's
That's
doing.
true.
What kind of shenanigans it's up to?
But you're actually normal size, so
Yeah,
Which seem much bigger to me.
average size.
I'm
family
quite
name.
large, actually. 24 to hit
That'll hit.
and a 23 to hit.
That hits
I guess
twice.
That also hits. All right, damage is
Hook.
It's dead.
18 plus
Might be.
14 to 32.
It is, in fact, dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Nice.
hack off its head, and it crumples to the floor.
Eat it. I mean, don't.
And then you notice
That's not
that it's wearing a T-shirt that says "Hook Horror Family Reunion."
That makes me even
From the back,
happier we killed him.
Zotasha just applauds. Good job, team. This was the greatest. You guys you rule. You're awesome.
We're great
and
at
this
killing
time,
families.
Yeah, we
this
did.
time she actually means it.
Maybe we should just
Maybe
focus on
is
that.
it.
Yeah.
Play to your strengths.
lean in. You want to
Just families from
Oh.
now on.
All right, let's go back to Athos and put up a very, very specific sign outside our business.
Fan assassins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so a silence falls across the cavern. This long cavern that
Other than
cuts
the
a
gentle
wide
crackle of a wall of
swath
fire.
through. That's true. It's a kind of a gentle,
It's very soothing.
calming, kind of crackling.
Taking a little
It's
nap.
a long cavern that cuts a wide swath through the earth. It has jagged walls that look if the stone here tore itself apart. Shattered bones lie amid the scree. High above, a narrow bridge spans the defile.
The defile. Dang.
Oh,
they
good
call it,
good
yeah.
writing.
And there you go. So yeah. So there's all kinds of bones and rocks and stuff on the floor of the cavern, and a bunch of hook horror bodies.
Is there any gear or items or anything like that amongst the bones? I'll look around.
Sure, give me a perception check or an investigation.
Bones and stones and rocks and things.
Reference acknowledged. Let's see. That
To a
is
cabin
16.
with the hook horror family. I don't know.
Not anymore.
So as you're sifting through bones and rocks and maybe an odd crystal or so, depending on
This crystal's odd.
you'll spend a little bit of time, I assume.
Yeah.
And as you search the cavern, you find a few things. You find 17 silver pieces.
Woo!
You find 4 pieces of blue quartz that are worth 10 gold pieces each.
Oh, guys, rocks.
You find
These
wait,
are
can
valuable
you say
rocks
those
on wall.
Can you say those numbers again?
17 silver pieces,
40 gold
4
pieces.
pieces of blue quartz that are 10 gold pieces each. You find a silver hand mirror inlaid with lapis lazuli?
Lazuli.
Leslie.
Lazuli? I don't know. Thank you. Worth 270 gold pieces.
Oh, that's actually a woo.
Yeah.
Oh. And you find a pearl.
Okay.
But no oyster. That's weird.
Is it a fine pearl? Is it like is it
It's
a
fine.
black
It's all right.
pearl? Is it worth anything?
Seems to
I was a
gleam.
I'm good
with
at
some power.
praising things.
Maybe somebody magical would like to
Yeah,
check that
I turned
out.
to Regdar. Hey Regdar, look what I found. This
Hey, everybody remember when Regdar got almost killed by a lobster?
That was cool.
That was so
No.
long ago.
I don't remember that at all, says Natasha. Erica
Fortunately, it
says,
wasn't an
"Yep, it
oyster,
was
so he doesn't have
hilarious."
a pearl phobia at this point.
Yeah, I don't. It is. I am curious how a pearl came to exist on Athos, and I roll a 14 Arcana check on it. Clearly, this
Magic.
object must be magical in
It's actually
nature.
mini pearl, and she's only magical in that she's
Well,
hilarious.
I rolled a 19 on Arcana, but I'm listening.
Is there a price tag hanging off the pearl? That would be-
Yes, there is.
What a
Well,
reference
with
that is.
the combined arcane knowledge of Zatasha and Regdar, you ascertain that this is in fact a pearl of power. Oh, requires attunement, and when you have it on your person, you speak the command word, and you regain 1 expended spell slot.
Whoa.
If
Well,
the expended
as the preeminent spellcaster here,
Finally,
I mean, is there anybody here who can't cast any spells? Like we can all.
I have no
some-
spell
I have
slots.
one spell.
right? It counts.
yeah, and I have no
Spell
slots
slots.
either now.
yeah.
and yet you scream.
Yeah, I don't have any slots. I have a couple cantrips, but
So it's Kachka or Regdar.
Regdar.
It's basically up to 3rd level from what I'm reading here. So
I mean, Regdar is literally holding
Yes.
it right now, so it's up to Regdar.
Regdar looks around and then
so
swallows the
if-
pearl.
yeah.
it requires attunement, so we can't just pass it back and forth. Give me the eye.
I don't know. I don't
must
feel strongly.
attune.
I feel like I've got a lot of pretty sweet magical items. So.
Yeah, you're a little more spelly though. I think this is
I
probably.
guess,
your
but
thing.
you also your spells heal us. I have a robe of the arch magi and a wand of fireballs, and I don't want for anything else in life.
How many things are you attuned to? Because that might be part of it too.
I believe
Max is 3, right?
possibly
Yes.
Max is 3, so
I am attuned to 2 items so far. So how many items are you attuned to?
just the Clee Lyre, I think.
I think.
Oh no,
you
I've
take
also
this
got the
pearl.
amulet, so I'm also a tour.
Well, I think you take this pearl and you hold on to it and you use it to save our lives later.
All right, that seems fair.
Attuned
Got to
to it
use
right
an
now.
action though, so
Takes an hour.
You do need to
attune.
use an action.
yeah, I got to
So-
do it as
Yes.
part of my nap
So I will
time.
point out, a lot of people really light on spell slots right now, and some of us took a huge amount of damage, and I don't know if we want to rest or otherwise.
How
I would
long
like some
ago was
healing,
it
please.
that we
I can make
rested?
a
Jason,
tiny hut.
Jason, I know you're new to murdering families, but you don't usually.
I'm not new to it.
Okay.
Sleep in the
Core
home of the
competence.
family.
I'm
you
just
don't know
saying-
about. You don't know about
I'm
me.
just saying, like, usually people return to the crime scene, and that's because they commit the crime and leave. They don't commit the crime and then take a long rest.
Apparently, you have not read the story of Goldilocks.
This is a cult cavern.
You know, one
Okay.
thing my mama bug always told me was never sleep in a defile, but maybe that's just a bug thing. I don't know.
Also, the ceilings are kind of high here. It
I
makes
can
me
make
nervous.
a tiny hut.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, I feel like it wasn't that long ago that we rested.
Oh
so-
no, rules lawyer in the house.
I have.
Was it? I don't remember.
I have.
It
I
feels
have
like
no
weeks,
I've been trying to remember
Erica.
shit.
Maybe
I don't
months.
remember.
Yeah, I mean, technically we've only been playing this
Tired.
adventure for like 2 weeks, and yet it feels like years.
If we need
I
to stay
time
awake,
to
I
my
can
dungeon
heal
I just like, I'm not even remotely low on psi points, so that's why I thought
really
it was.
thought Erica was gonna be like, I'm not even tired. Okay.
She kind of is.
I think Tony was mentioning spell slots and Steve was mentioning spell slots. I'm down.
I'm not in. Let me just say, if we fought one more family of innocent monsters, I'd be fine.
okay.
Yeah, I'm good for
If
one.
we have to fight like a giant dragon,
All right. Well
That's
then,
not great.
I'm
I'll
in
just
trouble.
I'll just say
If
I'm
we
down.
find
Family limit.
I'm down 60
the eye
hit
of
points.
the maw of
so
the black pearl or something.
So
you know.
we can do
somebody
a
could help me out.
short rest,
Yeah, short rest.
and people can take hit dice because
Where-
that's a thing that exists.
Yeah, actually, if
Right.
we're out of hit dice,
Also
then
true.
it's time for then it's time for a long rest.
Scott's going to ask us where we're going to get ambushed while we take the short rest.
I'm going to ask you where you would like to be taking this short rest. Yes.
Not in the crystal room.
Can we climb up to the bridge?
We don't even know. We haven't really explored much. Do we at least want to, can we climb up to the bridge, or is that only for horrible hooked horrors that could climb up walls?
Well, I mean, in the description, the walls are pretty jagged, right? Because it looks like
That means it's going to hurt my little
Could
hand.
Natasha fly us up there or something?
I got
Fly.
delicate
climbable.
wizard hands. They're
I
for
think I can only make
flipping
me
pieces
fly.
of paper and gently
I've
holding
been meaning to
pottery.
compliment you on
They're not-
those, by the way. They're lovely.
They're not climbing hands.
well, you're a wizard. You can probably fly or float. Or
Well, I could fall down gently.
I could probably teleport us up
like
there,
flying.
but I only want to do that if
teleport.
I think it's worth it, because
Yeah, I mean,
that uses
maybe
a
we
bunch of my
explore around
points.
a little bit and see if there's a need. I mean, maybe there's a niche somewhere we can kind of wiggle into.
Yeah, I mean, you and Randy could just fly up there and see what it looks like.
that's a
And-
great
Randy
yeah.
could give a bunch of flight.
Yeah, I'll hop
Fly
on
people up there.
hop on old Randy and we fly
could
up
all
there
go
just,
up
to,
on Randy.
just to have a quick look. Yeah, it's
Up
true. We
on
can all take
old
turns.
Randy.
He's the,
Happy
the-
to help, partner.
fairy.
It's Randy, our flying friend.
It's me. I'm your flying friend, Randy. Gotta go.
Could you remove your circle from the map?
Yeah, I guess I'll dispel that wall of fire before I fly through it.
Oh, wait, I think I can do that. There you go. All right. So tell me, you and Randy are now upon the bridge. Is that correct?
We're hovering above the bridge. I'm not letting Randy put his hooves down on that stuff until I know it's okay.
Yeah, you don't know that can hold a horse.
It's also probably pretty hot right now. It's been
It's
engulfed in
stone.
fire
I
for
mean,
a
it doesn't
bit.
really conduct that well, I would assume.
Well, they get
All right. Well,
nice
then
and
you
hot.
see a couple of things.
Yeah, tell that to a
mostly-
pizza.
I don't talk to pizzas.
Yeah. My mama told me.
Yeah, don't sleep in a defile and don't talk to pizza.
That's right. No
That's
good
it.
comes of either.
I'm so sick of you West Coast people.
All right. So you
You're
see
on the East Coast,
two.
you talk to every pizza you meet. You don't talk to a stranger on the street. You don't make eye contact with your best friend, but you talk to a pizza.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast.
John Syracuse will back me up on this.
We don't talk to pizzas here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
They just boo-hoo pizzas.
That's right, we throw
Jar of
batteries
Cheese
at
Whiz,
pizza.
though, which is weird.
So you see two corridors at the opposite end of either side of the bridge. The one to the kind of the northernly one seems to branch off to two additional corridors, and the one to the south turns into unknown areas as you are hovering above the bridge.
What do you think, gang? Should I go down one or two of these corridors and just see?
Based on my intense dungeoneering knowledge and bird's eye view of the map, it sure looks like that one to the south connects to other places we've been. that
It
we're
kind
now
of does, yeah. I don't know. Is it better to be in a room that's not gigantic while we rest, or?
Feels, I don't know, feels safer to be in a small room with,
Or are you just on a path
one
that
entrance?
everybody's walking down?
This room is like basically a highway where it's like there's multiple entrances to it. It's super wide. It's super high up.
Right.
It's just like life.
You know what? I'm gonna hop off Randy here and stealthily head to the south, just far enough to see what's around the corner there.
Oh, nice.
All right, put
And
yourself
that was
back.
the last we saw.
You just got on the bridge.
You are on the bridge.
Can we take
Yes.
it?
And as soon as you get on the bridge, you notice these kind of clusters of boulders
Yeah.
that open their eyes and stand up.
Oh, great.
And
They could be
on the
friendly
next
boulders. We don't
Total
know.
I guess
Party
I'm back
Kill,
here.
we shall roll initiative as
That's weird. That's how this episode started.
these kind of boulder people awaken and do
they're
not seem
bolder.
to be
Yeah.
happy
Way
about
bolder.
Keshka on their bridge.
I can get off that bridge real quick.
I don't know. Last time I was in Boulder, everybody seemed real mellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
These could be rock stars.
Yeah, these guys are kind of high too.
So tune in next time for Total Party Kill for more rock puns.
the Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members